2 spots available for next season's European RLCS and 4 teams vying for those spots. We're going to be starting off today with SERVETTE eSports against Excel. 2 teams that have obviously had very paralleling seasons. Excel playing definitely below the standards that they set for themselves, while SERVETTE surprising a lot of people down in the Rivals series, and now they've got their opportunity to fight for the RLCS.
Yeah, that's been the big story the guys at the desk mentioned. This Mummy Snow character has been really stepping up. Obviously, a previous teammate of the big star we got to see this season in Ignite, but for him, he's really getting a chance to shine with the help of Alex. You know, Alex originally a 1v1 player, really moving into the support role, kind of taking that uncharacteristic style and really trying to see what he can do to set this team up. But Chiefs mentioned it, they are a very counterattack heavy team. That's where Excel's really going to have to try their best, is if they can force them into a defensive side, really apply that pressure, they may show success.
Really has been a rebuilding job for the players on SERVETTE. Alex has been a player that I've been watching throughout the Gfinity Elite Series, who has just managed to improve himself a lot over the course of Season 1 and then didn't really see him after that. But a name that you will recognize on this team for SERVETTE is Skyline, a player that we saw in Season 2 at the World Championships. Hasn't ever been able to reach those ceilings that he originally got for himself. But he would love to book his ticket back into the RLCS. As Alex going to try and clear long. Niels Cook straight across the side. It's going to open up some space for Ponex. Just trying to take control, but he keeps playing this laterally. Opens up some space for a challenge that will not come out. Skyline to Mummy Snow, who can't quite get there. Very loose balls being played to start us off here. No one quite able to take the ball down and control it, as we see 2 players missing. Skyline chasing forward now. Marky Dula, he's got options, but has he got anyone around to pass to? We can see Ponex slowly starting to join him. Now Mummy Snow over the top. A lot of individual players coming out thus far. Finally, we see a pass attempted.
You just see the decision-making being dictated by lack of boost. Already a problem going out for Excel.
Excel have not been a team that have really struggled for boost throughout this entire season. Very high up on the boost per minute charts. But the way they've been using it, that has been causing them issues. Marky Dudar up above the backboard. Here's Niels Cook with the follow-up, and he's going to put it straight back down to Marky. 1-0 to Excel.
Great ability to just take an opportunity here and really capitalize. Ponex, a player that has probably been one of the most polarizing this season. We had that really good success in one series and then the complete opposite in the following. But able to create a challenge there, set it back mid. Excel first on the board.
And that's going to be a bit of a warning to SERVETTE to sort out their rotations. Everyone sat on the goal line, made them perfectly good options for bumps. They just couldn't react. They need to keep themselves rotating. They need to go back post. They need to get themselves on the backboard. So if you sit still against the RLCS team, you will get punished for it.
That's the difference we're trying to see this weekend. Can these RLRS teams compete against this speed that we come to expect from RLCS?
Off the backboard. Going to be a very slow follow-up, as Excel just don't want to put themselves too far forward where they can be counter-attacked. Mummy Snow. Can't quite get enough there. Niels Cook just wants to see if he can get a ball bouncing outwards. Because it's over in the corner, very difficult. Ponex looking for a pinch that didn't quite come out, and now it's going to be SERVETTE's opportunity. Mummy Snow looking for the tap down. A crucial touch there from Niels Cook does not allow a rebound. Now we can see Marky Dula trying to transition, but he only gets it as far as his midfield line. Excel trying to outpace their rival series opponents, but a whiff like that will not help their cause. Mummy Snow gets himself on the board.
Phenomenal job here by Skyline. Doesn't get that initial touch, but gets the demo afterwards and denies a boost. The pressure on from this team. Mentioned on the dash, trying to move up more to that offensive side, and it's paying off here, tying it up quickly.
Both teams sending up a cheating player, trying to get control of the ball early. Here's going to be Marky Dula. He ends up leaving it, recognizing that Alex probably had the better angle than him. Now Alex tapping down. A lot of challenges coming out in midair. Any major wins could open up good goal-scoring opportunities. Marky Dula rotating back. Ends up leaving it for Ponex. This is going to be an open net. SERVETTE just forget about rotation for a little while.
Yeah,
where's Alex off to?
Skyline sitting way across field, just waiting for a pass coming out from Mummy Snow. It doesn't end up going far enough. Travels right in the midfield. He's completely out of position, but that third man should still be back ready to make a save.
Very sloppy gameplay to start us off here today. Both of these teams have got plenty of time, though, to settle themselves down. This is going to be a best of 7. Ponex has got time, gets it all the way up, but Niels Cook didn't expect it. Ends up rotating back around to the net. Just Skyline off the backboard. Ponex. Now SERVETTE push themselves forward. That could be trickling in towards the net as Ponex just about does enough. But set up once again over to Alex.
Just a difficult situation for Ponex here. This save, I didn't know if he was going to be able to make it or not, but he ends up being able to pinch it out to the side with 0 boost. But just a sitting duck on that back end. Got to commend SERVETTE, though, able to equalize multiple times here.
Not allowing Excel to turtle up, consistently getting the ball back. Now Nielscook, up high. Gonna be over to Mummy Snow. He's got options. Yes, he's got Skyline to go for, but he will be beat by Ponex, who can keep this going. Very little boost, though, will mean that that is a little bit more difficult than he would have wanted. Marky Dudar now sets up for Nielscook. He is unchallenged. Good setup for Marky, but he's on low boost. Still, 2 players committed. Will force Alex to come in for the clear. And almost able to make contact for a shot on target. Nobody's hit it. 4 people have attempted. And it's eventually going to go to Skyline. Forces a challenge from Marky. Gets the ball to bounce out. That could be over to Ponex. So it's going to be Alex is cleared. Over to Nielscook off the backboard. This is Excel's opportunity to take a lead as we head towards the final minute. But that bounce will not favor Ponex, and SERVETTE can loosen the grip on their defense. Skyline goes for net. 2 players out, but they should be able to rotate back in. Alex takes his time. Off the backboard, Skyline's already up in the air, tries to tap down. Not on target, but there's going to be a continuous backboard offensive rotation coming out. One of these shots has eventually got to hit the target. You can only hit the backboard so many times. Even Excel don't believe it at this point. Nobody jumping up, nobody taking the bait. And that's going to be an opportunity gone for SERVETTE.
Still doing a great job. This ball not leaving that half. All boosted up. Here's another chance.
Alex's touch, not great. Nielscook plays early. Skyline's touch has got to be good here because he's got Ponex and Nielscook around. See Marky coming in off camera. Drop straight down. Nobody moving forward. 14 seconds remaining. Skyline not got a great touch. There's nobody around to try and capitalize. It's going to be one more opportunity here. Looks like it's going to go to SERVETTE. Up high, Marky Dudar hasn't got to it. Follow up from Skyline off the crossbar and will touch the floor. We've got overtime in game 1.
I do not know how many times we're going to see that ball just barely miss for SERVETTE.
SERVETTE are going to leave a dent in the top of our goal at this rate.
They just need to put one away. Cell counting those lucky stars.
Oh no. Terrible commitment there from Marky and Nielscook. They crash into each other in the rotation. Breaks down immediately afterwards. SERVETTE gifted a goal, and they're gifted game 1.
Just seems to be only a matter of time. All 3 players in that corner, 2 bump into each other, completely stop that rotation back. And then the clear just not good enough. Ponex plays it right back to where it was. SERVETTE there for the opportunity. Game 1 going to SERVETTE. Well played by them.
Perfect start for SERVETTE. The Swiss organization, only just entering Rocket League. They would love, within 1 season of entering, to put themselves into the RLCS. But they've still got 3 games to go before they can put themselves into the upper bracket final. But for Excel, this is usually the part where I say, what could they improve? I feel like all around, it's just, we can start hitting the ball, maybe start rotating properly, and then we'll work from there.
Yeah, rotation's definitely sloppy. You see these guys overlapping, getting into each other's way. It's just the path that they're taking to move back to the net is very difficult, and the reason why a lot of it is happening is they are just so boost starved. The SERVETTE team is doing a fantastic job of getting up in the face of this team, and that's pretty much been Excel's issue the entire season. Is they're very telegraphed, very predictive on what they're going to move downfield, and if they don't maintain it when they move back, it's just they're under siege and there's nothing they can do.
Yes, I do believe that Excel has had the faster pace once we've got into the neutral game, once we get the ball into the midfield. And it's in the air, and it's a case of, okay, who can get this one first? I believe they've been faster in that situation. But you need boost. So every single time they win, there's no follow-up at all. And SERVETTE just have a defender around, and you just go, okay, well, we have the ball now, cheers. It's like when you lose a kickoff, you're automatically have ball control. It's not really that much of a big deal.
Yeah, Skyline's been doing a great job on defense. You see him whizzing past the front of that net, making a bunch of extra saves, and it allows, even though Mummy Snow and Alex, like you mentioned, not doing the best of rotation style, like they are clumping up in that goal rather than consistent transition or consistent movement. It's allowing them to clear that ball out, and then the other one just takes that opportunity to clear downfield. It's working out pretty well.
So we're into game number 2. Excel looking to try and step up after a pretty poor game 1 from them. Marky Dudar putting the ball straight on target. Won't really trouble Mummy Snow too much, but this might. Ponex up high. There's an opportunity for Excel to turn around, but they've all decided to leave this one. Skyline can push into the corner. Any poor touch could open up a shooting opportunity as Alex is around, but he has stopped. I mean, he was always going to be a little bit later to getting to that ball. Skyline wants to tap down, but it is Pondex now. SERVETTE doing a very good job of locking up the rotation, but now they've got 2 players committed. Alex will back out. Off the backboard, Marky Duda is already up. He's a little bit too close to the nets to really have an opportunity. Excel wanting to put a stranglehold, though, on this defense. Mummy with the tap down. Now Niels Cook. He's got plenty of time. Can try and set himself up for the double tap. Will come all the way out. There is going to be the fodder from Marky. But once again, too close. Can't set up enough power or enough angle for his shot. And it will be immediately shut down. If they want to go for these up backboard passes, they need to get them a bit further out. That was a great infield pass. There's going to finally be pushed in. Excel just unrelenting to start us off in game number 2.
SERVETTE doing a beautiful job on defense, making a ton of these saves, but it's a matter of time that it goes in if these guys do not clear it out of their half. Just being suffocated, Excel really bringing the heat.
If Excel can keep the rotation that tight, then SERVETTE might be in trouble. Doesn't really matter if the shots aren't great if you're getting 20 of them per game. Off the backboard, SERVETTE's opportunity. They did this numerous times during the last game. Always bouncing back almost immediately after going down, but this time Marky, he's won out the challenge. Continues to press forward, but he is now out of boost, forced to move back. Pondex has got options. Marky, though, still out of boost. He's still loitering, though, finally able to get some, and will half rotate. Up high. Cleared. Are there any options midfield for SERVETTE? No, they were trying to set up Alex. He's going to head midfield. Shot on target, no one back yet again for SERVETTE. We saw this in game 1. Getting a little bit too far ahead of themselves, effectively believing that Excel were going to send everyone back.
Yeah, just Mummy Snow having to try to do it all there on that corner. And just out right into the midfield. Nobody there to follow it up. Makes it really easy, despite Excel not being in the right position. Move up and play it right back in, but SERVETTE's been doing a pretty good job on offense. They've had plenty of opportunities to punish. But numerous times on these clears where it's very subtle in front of the middle of the net, they put these soft touches right back in. Easy save for Excel. If they were to control those, slow it down a little bit, they could really terrorize this Excel defense. As another one.
Almost got the double tap, but Mummy Snow. His follow would be a little bit late. Ball bounces off. All 3 players here from Excel. You can see them press forward, and that means that a counterattack can happen straight from the pressing game midfield from SERVETTE. Going to be loose for a very long time, but eventually cleared. Alex, ball controlled over the top of Pondex. Has got it set up for Skyline. Shot doesn't come in. Excel, 2 goals up, 2 minutes remaining. Played infield. Alex looking for the backboard, but Marky Duda's got plenty of time to deal with this. Waiting to see if it would bounce off the arc. And it did, making his clear just a little bit easier. Alex back down. Infield passes right now from SERVETTE are being sniffed out by Excel, consistently challenging.
SERVETTE's still doing a really good job with those passes, though. Consecutive touches, one after another. Just the finish hasn't quite been there.
Alex will beat one. Can he try and get this past another? No, Niels Cook will take the rolled shot into his own grasp. SERVETTE looking for a goal to make this a little bit tighter as we head towards the final few moments of game number 2. Marky can't quite pinch, but it is still going to be available for his teammates who can't quite get there. Alex, once again, finding the arc, but Marky Duda has got this red every single time. Now might be able to score one of his own. Going to bounce off the backboard. Follow-up from Niels Cook. Hat trick for him.
Great decision-making on the way down the pitch here. Pondex sees Marky, just a soft touch over the top. It looks like Marky was trying to cut in to make another move. Recognizes Niels is in the better position and backs off. Easy goal coming out from Excel, really putting on the pace.
This time around, Excel able to soak up the pressure from SERVETTE, find themselves a gap and exploit it. Pondex. It'll be a difficult bounce from him as Alex levers a shot on target. Mummy Snow is too close to follow up. This is a minute remaining and still 3 goals to the difference. Mummy Snow wants to get out, but now Marky Duda was an option, but Niels Cook will find him as they push the ball over to the side. Now Pondek, shot on target. That should be number 4. And Excel are rocking and rolling in game number 2.
Great decision making from Pondex here. He recognizes that nobody gets that touch and immediately moves in. Completely catching the defense of Servette, putting this one away with only 46 seconds. Looks like Excel's going to equalize the series.
Excel did a great job to start off this game, putting their own pressure on, forcing the rotation to break. And then once they had that comfortable lead, they've sat back, wait for Servette to overcommit, and catch them whilst they're all trying to rotate back. Mummy Snow will get a goal off the ping shot. Is it a bit of a ping pong shot? What do we call that these days?
A little bit of a pull shot.
Yeah, there we are. That's the word for it. Wrong sport.
Still, Mummy Snow doing a great job on that one, just staying patient. Controls the ball in front of the net, sees his opportunity. But so did the other team, I guess.
34 seconds remaining. 3 goals is the difference once again, as Marquis Dudar will be able to control the boost. It's going to be a shot out, and there's going to be a crucial save from Marquis.
He's having a great series so far.
Definitely seems like Excel have settled down after game 1, and there's going to be another shot on target. Excel happy just to keep on shooting as Alex gets the ball played past. Mummy Snow wants to try and pick up 2 for his team, but that shot will certainly not be the shot to do it. Skyline looking to go around the world. Ball will touch the floor, and Excel comfortably taking game number 2.
Yeah, just doing a much better job with their shot accuracy. Obviously, Servette struggled quite a bit in game number 1. But you mentioned it, they weren't afraid. After they got that initial lead, they sat back, they wait for that pressure to kind of dissolve, and then they transition downfield. It only took a couple of shots, but for Niels Cook, hitting a hat trick here in game number 2, absolutely huge for his team.
And right now, I'm looking at Servette. When they're rotating forward, it looks somewhat strong when they can get shots. I just don't quite like the off-ball positioning from some of their players. They've got some players that are too far forward, some players that aren't even close to a wall where they can't turn around or even move up the wall. So it gives the transition options to Excel, who can get rid of the ball pretty easily and set themselves up for goals. They need to move players into much smarter positions. They need to get them closer to the wall and sort of J inwards. Like you take that
even
curve.
the ones in the middle of the field, it just doesn't seem like they're in a position to give themselves space to make possession of the ball. So as soon as they receive the pass, it looks like they're almost at a standstill. And then after that, they immediately have to just give it off or take a shot. And when you're in that kind of position, there's just no power coming with it. And it just makes really easy saves for Marquis or anybody else on defense.
Yes, and when you're looking at Excel, the whole thing to them has been, okay, the rotation for us was really good to start with, took the lead, we stretched it out, and they took themselves a win for it. So a very good game number 2 from them, but we have effectively put ourselves into a best of 5 for the rest of it.
Back what we're used to.
Yes, back to what both these teams are a lot more comfortable with. So we go over to Manfield. Servette this time looking to bounce back. After they were dominated in game number 2. Skyline tries to dance his way around the defense, but can't quite do it. And now a poor touch there from Mummy Snow might open up some options. Marquis Dudar over the top. No one in net, but Skyline has to just about get there. He can't do it. Great start from Excel.
Really quick attack, but I'm trying to watch Skyline on this one. He's rotating all the way back from top. Just doesn't read the trajectory. He almost gets to it. Just a little bit too high, and it sneaks underneath. Right idea as he's trying to hurry back, but still.
I think he expected Niels Cook to go for the early shot. Try and take it the angle, maybe he could shut him down. It's the only way that one really makes sense, and can't really blame him for it.
No, it's a tough situation coming from behind, trying to make some sort of save on that play.
Pondex and the rest of Excel looking to capitalize on their current momentum. Marquis Dudar has managed to take out 2. That is going to be another open net off the crossbar. An incredible save there from Skyline. Came out of absolute nowhere and will prevent a 2-goal lead, but would it be only momentary? No, this time Alex will be the savior. Servette avoiding the 2-goal difference, and now they've got an opportunity to set themselves up, but Alex will just about miss the ball.
Still well done by Pondex there. All 3 having to retreat. He cuts back in and buys that little bit extra time.
Pondex now, low boost. Marquis recognized, forced to cut back. Now Marquis smashed into his own teammate. This could be difficult. It's going to come all the way out. Mummy Snow has got a goal to aim for. And that lead did not last long.
Again, similar mistakes. 2 players on this rotation of Excel overlapping, and it just leaves them all in a weird position. Good for Servette to capitalize on that. If they don't make that one, they're going to be in trouble.
Early ball taking control of Marquis. Launches it early. But find the top right-hand corner. Neilscook will be second best to this one as Mummy Snow already up. Did not anticipate the ceiling touch. Alex tries to play the ball out. Alex got plenty of time, but he doesn't have plenty of boost. Forced to try and force a challenge. Didn't get too much there, but it will be enough to keep his teammates back in position. SERVETTE gonna keep two players going. Alex has to try and tap this one in, and eventually it will go to the back of the net. SERVETTE have put two on the board in a row.
Despite two committing to this, the communication looks like it's pretty on. You see Alex coming in with a better angle. He tells Mummy Snow to actually back off. Makes it really difficult to read on defense. Doesn't get the initial touch, but the recovery's there in time. SERVETTE goes back on top.
Markey rotates in, wants to take an early shot, but he will hit a mid-air Alex. Now Neilscook, air dribble for himself, sets himself up for a double tap all the way back down, but Skyline, 2-minute savior medal, showing off a defense that has kept SERVETTE in the lead now.
Just great positioning on that save.
Pondex launches long. Alex, though, probably return favor. Didn't quite get under it, but there is going to be the flick. So Alex can follow up, tries to turn it in, and that is going to be another goal. SERVETTE are on fire in game number 3.
Mummy Snow going back to his style when he was with iGNITE. Passes left and right as Alex coming in and putting shots away.
SERVETTE bouncing back incredibly well from game number 2. Still, Excel got plenty of time here as we see just almost like a car compactor had taken field, taking everyone out of the game. Alex called off. It's going to be Skyline. Tries to get it past Neilscook, who will hold the midfield. Now Markey can't quite hit the negative angle. And now Alex has got plenty of time, maybe too much time, as he opens up space for Neilscook to come forward for a challenge. They managed to play it out, though. Mummy Snow backing off. Constantly a player shadowing, though, from SERVETTE, making life very difficult for Excel. Still going to be loose over in the corner, but Excel not having anyone around, instead waiting to see what the clearing path is from SERVETTE. Then trying to intercept. As Markey will be challenged. Fourth goal for SERVETTE could very well do it, and they will find it from Mummy Snow's second shot of the game and his second goal of the game.
Again, Excel tripping up on each other. You see it just off the camera there. The two players trying to move upfield, one's going back. The forward dash ends up catching the back wheel of the guy rotating backwards into net. Just nobody there in time. Excel really needs to figure out what's going on.
Off the backboard, but there'll be no one available from Excel. Forced to rotate all the way back. Now the infield pass. Alex can get there, but he can't get underneath the ball. Shot will be saved from Neilscook, who wants to try and set up Pondex. Off the backboard. Mummy Snow, can he get there? Yes, crucial touch. And he's got it over to the corner. Excel going to struggle to do too much with that one. But Markey could have got onto that one a little bit more and found one of his teammates for an infield pass. Trying to play keep away right now, SERVETTE, but they've got pressure on them. Can't quite keep it away. In the corner now, set up opportunity, but Mummy Snow, once again, in the correct position to clear. He has not been too fancy today, but he is being critical with his positioning. Now Alex just wants to try and chase. Straight on target, Markey Dudar. Saves and controls. Over to Neilscook. Probably try and play for the 1-2. Back over to Markey Dudar, but once again, Alex this time cuts himself across, shuts down the shooting angle, and we stay at 4-1, but it could be 5-1. No, Skyline just about missing. Markey Dudar against 2, as the ball does get pushed into the corner. Back and forth gameplay, but every time it does go back and forth, SERVETTE wastes more precious time off the clock.
Alex just doing a great job of controlling this field. Moving back and forth, being everywhere he can, even if those touches aren't perfectly on. Like you mentioned, the clock dwindling down, only 15 seconds left as they sneak another one in.
SERVETTE will watch as Alex will pick up his hat trick for this game. High-scoring matches thus far, but this time it's going to be SERVETTE taking advantage of it. Forcing Excel to panic, forcing Excel to go for everything. And inevitably there was going to be a mistake. SERVETTE taking game number 3 for Excel. This is starting to turn into a series where the start becomes the most important. Teams seem to be able to take the lead and then capitalize on it for very convincing wins. Alex would like to try and pick up one more, but the tackle might not mean that that's going to happen. We will hit the floor, and SERVETTE will go 2 games to 1 up.
Phenomenal performance by Alex there, shooting 50% on 6 shots. Absolutely huge performance for him, but like I mentioned a little bit, Mummy Snow really reverting back to what we saw from him last season, where he's really taking that support role, really setting up, but despite that, he still has a couple goals of his own. But I like what they're allowing Skyline to do. You know, Chiefs mentioned he's a little bit more defensive. He even is moving up a little bit more too with some of these shots. And it's just they're filling in roles of each other, and it's just this consistent rotation where everybody's doing pretty much everything and just filling in that spot. And that's what you need to be an RLCS caliber team. Everybody has to be able to play every position, and they're doing just that, and they're dominating Excel because of it.
Now, what we are seeing right now, though, in this series is neither team has really been able to hit any sort of consistency. We keep switching games backward and forward where we do see teams that are performing towards their best. I really feel like the team that does go on to win this is going to be the team that can possibly string together 2 or 3 good performances next to each other. What's it going to take, though, to get that sorted out? What does it take? Is that more of a communication thing, or is that just you start to feel how good you're playing?
For SERVETTE, I think they just got to keep doing what they're doing. Obviously, they're playing really well, not really overlapping anybody, just clean rotations, really simple stuff, nothing too fancy, and that's totally fine. In this kind of level of play, there's a lot of nerves going. With the best of 7 especially, there's plenty of time to come back in, so mistakes can happen, but that's what SERVETTE's doing well. They're making minimal mistakes. Very rarely are they making these touches that are going to put them in a negative position. As for Excel, they're overlapping on defense, rotations are bumping into each other, and their shots, despite being pressured, Marky is just forcing them. There's no reason to put a shot that early on net when no one's going to be there to follow it up.
Starting us off with game number 4, Neo Tokyo. Mummy Snow has got control of the ball, cuts infield. He's got Skyline to aim for, but instead will take it by himself. 1-0, and Mummy Snow just dafts himself around every single player, silky smooth.
He talked about wanting to show what he can do now that there's no Ignite. That is a great way to do it on this kind of stage. Great control coming out from Mummy Snow. Only 11 seconds in.
Now Maki Dudar and the rest of Excel looking for an immediate response, but there is going to be the block from Alex. I feel like what we just saw right there has been the major difference every single time we see a lead taken from SERVETTE. They hold players in the midfield. That gives them options to clear towards. It's the side of Excel, usually not that many options forward. This time around, we've got Niels Cook, and that is exactly what I want to see from them. Niels Cook with an incredible response.
What a shot, but this SERVETTE team needs to be careful. You can tell they are playing confident, but the veteran experience, recognizing Skyline moves all the way up. He is waiting for that pass, but all it takes is one perfect place touchdown field, and then a beautiful redirect to tie back up.
That is not even veteran experience. Niels Cook has always had an eye for goal. That is a poacher's goal right there. Lethal in front of net, and now Excel want to try and string 2 together, back to back.
Pondex, you have to put those away.
Alex attempts to clear. Marky did though all the way back, open up some space for Pondex. His touch, not too good. So that's going to give some space over to SERVETTE. Looking to try and force the issue over in the corner. Mummy Snow wants to try and grab the corner boost, but it never quite spawned for him. Alex's touch, not a great touch from Marky Didar. Ball bounces all the way out. Pondex doesn't quite win the challenge, and it's SERVETTE in a very good spot until the half volley clear comes out. Now Skyline looking to control. Probably given some more confidence from his dribbles after seeing what Mummy Snow did to start us off in this game. Now Niels Cook back down. Here is Mummy Snow. This time choosing to just launch long. Flick from Skyline. Still got ball control. He's against Marky Dudar. Just over the top once again. SERVETTE individually are tearing Excel apart.
Well, you look at how much space he has in this midfield, and with only one boost to his name, the ability to play it past one and then stay with control that entire time, even if he doesn't get that flick over Marky in defense, there's a player right behind him waiting to follow up, and that's the difference maker. SERVETTE is shadowing so well this series.
A win here for SERVETTE puts them on match point and would put them into the upper bracket final should they win this series. We saw how quickly Excel responded last time. They're going to try and do it once again. Skyline's touch, not great, opens up space, but Ponex backs out. Didn't want to have everyone committed forward. Mummy Snow with yet another flick. SERVETTE's ball control right now, it's just on another level. And that's a huge demo. Niels Cook, he's opened up space, but he's got zero boost to control this ball, trying somehow to control it, but he couldn't hook it across with the side of his car. And another big clear from SERVETTE. Marky, him and Ponex both coming together. Unfortunately, twice the commit does not mean twice the power in this situation.
You can start to see those dribbles really play a factor for SERVETTE. The challenge is coming in. All it takes is one quick pass across field. It's going to spell danger for Excel, just oozing with confidence.
Because of the slower pace, it does free up SERVETTE players to start going for some bumps. Ball all the way out after the miss from Arkidula. Forces the double quick. This is a very huge opportunity for SERVETTE. They just don't want to put anyone too far forward. That's going to be the infield pass from Arkidula. Open net. SERVETTE, they played it too slow. Didn't get anyone forward for a challenge. And once again, it's the rotation from SERVETTE that just doesn't do them justice.
Just great touches as well from Excel moving down the field. That pinch off the wall, leaving it for his teammate from Ponex. Then a quick pass right back up. The awareness of where their teammates are. And a quick counterattack. Wondering if they were going to be able to tie it back up, and they do it again here.
Pinch there from Niels Cook. Skyline, able to get it back over to the corner. Opens up space for Marky Duda, who just wants to try and keep more space for his own team. Off the backboard now, Skyline isn't quite there, and there is going to be Ponex. 3 goals to 2, and just like that, the lead has been stolen from SERVETTE.
I was expecting Niels Cook actually to play that back inside. He had a teammate in Ponex waiting. But with 2 defenders in net, playing that straight up actually makes it really difficult for this save. It's still a great shot coming out from Ponex. Not an easy one to make. Has to kill that just lightly enough.
Flurry of goals in game number 4. SERVETTE will want to try and keep that flurry going if they can get themselves back in. That's going to be a no-touch coming out, and that is the best possible touch. Skyline will tie us up.
Probably the best possible whiff I've ever seen. As Alex just comes flying in, doesn't touch it at all. And then a luck of the bounce just ends up putting it in the back of the net.
There's a chat restriction on that boy right now for the amount of calculators he's just put in there.
All tied up, Shogun.
1 minute and 15. Goals have just not stopped over the last minute. Skyline looks to get out, but Marky Duda with a huge block. He's got options around. It's going to be Alex who gets a nice little tap over to the corner. Very crucial from him, considering he did have Niels Cook right behind him. Launched long, and Marky can't get to this. The goals continue here, and this time it's SERVETTE that take the lead.
A full team cheat up from Excel. Every single player facing the wrong way at midfield. And they just boom it downfield. Everybody retreating back, can't get to it in time. What a game this has been.
What is it about the promotion tournament that suddenly we just see loads and loads of goals? We saw it yesterday as well. And it seems to be continuing right now. Skyline able to turn himself around, but now with 40 seconds remaining, Excel got to find a way back in, but that is going to be an incredible recovery there from Mummy Snow.
After getting bumped to get a touch on that, he would have put that away. My goodness.
Deserved a little bit more than that, at least for the style of it. Now Marky, huge challenge. That could go coast to coast. It just needs to drop down, but no, instead will require Niels Cook, who is shut down by Mummy Snow. 20 seconds. That touch is not going to be good enough, forcing Niels Cook to come all the way out. Shot is on target, forcing a save from Alex. Excel do not want to give away their final opportunity, but a huge clear from Alex could be the end of it. Excel need to get control. They need to not turn it into their own net first. Once this ball touches the floor, and it will, SERVETTE are going to match point, and this weekend has just been the raid of the rival series.
Back and forth. A dominant start from SERVETTE in that series as well. But this time now Skyline with a hat trick. It looked like Excel was going to be able to sneak out with a win here, but able to hold on. A big clear downfield is the difference maker. And a battle again has begun. Something about these rival teams really trying to show these guys that they're here to play. But Excel not making it easy.
No, absolutely not. I mean, we saw Mummy Snow have a fantastic start to that game with the dribble, but after that, it was all Skyline really stepping up to the plate, showing exactly what we saw from him all the way back in Season 2, and that can be so hard to recreate. Remember, back in Season 2, that was the season that Markadudar won his World Championship, now looking to try and flip the fortunes. And if he keeps performing like that, there is no reason why they shouldn't. SERVETTE,
it's
a
almost
single
like he
game
took
away.
offense to Chiefs being like, yeah, he's defensive. He plays on defense. He's like, what the heck are you talking about?
That happened to Chiefs yesterday as well. Teams just hear what he says.
These
and just
rival
go, no.
series teams are just taking offense to Chiefs, and they're like, we're going to do the complete opposite of what he said, put a bunch of goals on that. It's going to be great.
Well, I'll keep this going, certainly. We've had goals galore in our opening few games. Hopefully that will continue throughout the entire broadcast today. If you're a neutral fan, then it's got to be phenomenal watching right now. But if you're an Excel fan, this has got to be painful watching. Only got a single game on the board. They've got a lot of work to do if they want to get back into this series. Starting from this, Niels Cook tries to find the arc, but Alex has already got it read. Teams seem to be getting better and better at noticing when it's going to get all the way up there, rotating back around and using the wall to clear.
Well, to put it in perspective, the offense of the SERVETTE team, for 10 shots a game they're averaging, with 31% to boot. That's energy numbers over on the NA side. Just playing so well.
Alex can't quite clear. Good fall to Mummy Snow. Infield pass. Niels Cook's right next to that one. Can't run onto it. Now it's going to be Alex's opportunity. He's seen his teammates do it, so why not do it yourself?
Every single player on this SERVETTE team taking a chance to dribble. And it makes them so dangerous when you give them that much space. If no one's going to challenge them in the midfield, why not?
Every single time SERVETTE get the ball in the middle, they are not panicking. They are not rushing. They take it down. And they say, you know what? We've got every chance of scoring this one.
They say that purple streak behind your car is supersonic. I'm saying it's confidence.
Markey all the way out. Niels Cook, though, trying to get it set up for Pondex. Be pushed out once again, but this time Mummy Snow is the target man in the midfield. Those touches, you can see what it does. Markadudar has to react just to keep some sort of midfield pressure going. But in the long run, SERVETTE will come out the better. Mummy Snow pushes it into the final third of the orange side. Huge opportunity, though, because there was a slight double commit from SERVETTE, but they've kept the ball control, meaning that Excel cannot capitalize. Mummy Snow all the way out. Not going to follow this one up, and Alex is in no position to deal with this. Skyline forced for a challenge that I don't think he quite wanted, but still came out just fine. Now shot down. Mummy Snow will shut that with an incredible block. Infield pass. Pondex probably needs to get it straight back, but instead fakes out, looking for a flick, but he just didn't catch it well enough. And that means that the shooting angle is too tough for Markadudar to find the net. But Excel, we've seen them do this numerous times to limited success. This time around, it has to work out. You can see how tight their rotation is. Finally, Markadudar holding it back to the midfield. But SERVETTE giving no time to control this ball. Eventually able to clear, and once again, they survive the pressure from Excel and have managed to transition. Going to try and put this one all the way back out, but Skyline did not want to try and pinch it into the corner, but that is the result he got. Still, 1-goal lead to SERVETTE. We're heading into the second half of this game.
Need to be careful, though, Excel. They are applying all this pressure. They understand that it's match point. But plenty of times they're susceptible to big clears. Half rotation after half rotation as a shot saved by Alex.
Just a little bit too low. Follow up from Markadudar. Mummy Snow already there. You're 100% correct, Lorna. We saw it in a couple of games earlier on where Excel had a lead against them stretched out because they had too many players forwards.
It's the difference maker last game as well. All it took was Skyline's long clear. But the pressure
all the way up, and that's going to be turned in by Markadudar. Goal secured. Crucial from Excel. They will keep themselves in this series.
High risk, high reward from this Excel offense. They are sending everything to put it away. They just need to find a way to do that, but also have someone back. It doesn't matter, tying it back up.
The way Excel were playing, we were guaranteed another goal. And is that going to be number 2? No, off the post. Excel took a chance. They bet it all on themselves, and it ended up working out. See Niels Cook not wanting to give Alex any space, but it's going to be Mummy Snow on the dribble, takes it by himself, and SERVETTE are unstoppable when they've got the ball under their control.
Look at this patience. He fakes the first challenge, pops it over, and then gets another touch before Pondex can even get there.
Mummy Snow said he wanted to step out of iGnite Shadow. He is burning up right now on that field. 2-1 to SERVETTE. Skyline all the way up. Back to the middle, but Mummy Snow half rotates, cuts out an opportunity for Pondex. Infield pass out. Off the backboard, Maki Dura can be a target. He's going to put off the backboard once again. Pondex has to try and go all the way across. That would have been an incredible angle if he could have hit it. Maki will try and go hunting for Alex, but instead it's going to be Centaur. Skyline, 2-goal lead, and SERVETTE have given themselves a goal cushion.
Was worried about 2 players up in that corner for both teams, but the entire time, Pondex is chasing the ball down. He needs to rotate to the left and then come in wide, so he's at that back post. Could have been an easy save, but getting off guard on this one. SERVETTE just trying to run away. 1:10 left, and on match point in this best of 7.
And they're still putting pressure on. A 4th goal for them. Pretty much assure them victory. On the side of Excel, they've got to regroup right now, and they've got to get the ball forward. But every single time, Skyline and the rest of SERVETTE are controlling that midfield.
You can tell how quickly SERVETTE is changing their play style. They know they have a 2-goal lead. Normally they're approaching that midfield, but look how far they're sitting back. If Excel's just going to keep putting just long clears, they can just sit and wait for it and put it right back in. There's so much time being taken away.
And that's exactly what's happening. Excel needs to take the ball down to the ground because this is not working right now. Finally got the ball to the other end of the field. 30 seconds is all that remains on the clock. Mummy Snow, though, huge challenge victory there for him. It's more time wasted, down to 20. Maki lays the ball out. No contact, however. Pondex forced to half rotate. Ball played infield. Niels Cook with the shot. Can't turn it into the back of the net. And that could very well do it. SERVETTE, one big clear away, one couple of seconds away from taking a huge victory for themselves. They are going to head to the upper bracket final of this promotion tournament. And they have done it in incredible fashion. Well done to the Swiss org.
Once that ball hits the ground, there it is. SERVETTE one step closer from playing in the RLCS. Did it against one RLCS team. Now they just have to do it again.